Here we have SAT math question. There is a triangle given out here. In the triangle above, AB equals to BC. What is the value of sine A? Okay, in this triangle, the length of the side AB and the length of the side BC are equal. Since two sides have the same length in this triangle, it is an isosceles triangle. Okay, now in this isosceles triangle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw an altitude from the vertex B to the opposite side AC. So whenever we draw altitude, it will be perpendicular to the side to which it has been drawn. So here, so this one, the altitude I have drawn over here has to be perpendicular to the side AC. Now let me name this point of intersection as D. So BD is the altitude of this triangle. So here I have drawn this altitude BD between the two sides of equal length. So in an isosceles triangle, whenever I draw an altitude between the two sides which have equal lengths, then the altitude will bisect the third side. That means it will divide the length of the side AC into two equal parts. Already we know the length of the side AC, which is 14. So the altitude BD will divide this 14 into two equal parts. Then the length of the line segment AD over here is 7, here 7. Okay, now let's consider the question. We have to find the value of sine A. So according to Staccato, what is the formula to find the value of the trigonometric function sine? So that is opposite side over hypotenuse. So in this one, we have to find the value of sine A. So we have to consider the interior angle measure in this right triangle ABD at the vertex A. So considering this interior angle measure at the vertex A, BD is the opposite side because this side is opposite to the interior angle measure at the vertex A. And AB is the hypotenuse because it's opposite to the right angle over here. So I know the length of the hypotenuse, that is 25. I can plug in 25 for this hypotenuse. But I do not know the length of the opposite side, that is BD. So we have to find the length of the side BD so that we can plug in that length for the opposite side over here. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a Pythagorean theorem in this right triangle ABD. Okay, Pythagorean theorem says sum of the squares of two legs of a right triangle always equals to the square of the hypotenuse. So first, let me square the two legs AD and BD and add them. So AD square positive BD square. It must be equal to the square of the hypotenuse, which is AB. That is AB square. Okay, I know the length of AD, that is 7. So we can take 7 square. I do not know the length of BD, so I have to keep the BD square as it is. For AB, I know the length is 25. I can plug in 25 for AB, then 25 square. So 7 square is 49, positive BD square, which is equal to 25 square is 625. Now I can subtract 49 from both sides because my aim is to solve for BD. So 49 will cancel out. I'm getting BD square equals to, when I subtract 49 from 625, I'm getting 576. Okay, now to get the length of BD, I have to get of the square we have over here. So to get of the square, I have to take square root on both sides. So the square root and square will cancel out. Whenever I take square root on both sides, I have to consider positive or negative sign for one of the square roots. So let me consider positive or negative sign for the square root we have on the right side. So now we have BD on the left side, positive or negative. Square root of 576 is 24. Okay, so we get two values for BD. One is BD equals to positive 24 and the other one is BD equals to negative 24. Actually, BD represents one of the legs of the right triangle ABD. So one of the length of the leg of a any triangle can never be a negative value. So the negative value we get for BD can be rejected. So we can consider the positive value 24 for the length of BD. Okay, now so we got the length of BD, that is the length of the opposite side of this right triangle ABD is 24. Okay, now let's find the value of sine A. Sine A equals to opposite side. Opposite side has a length 24. We can plug in 24 over here, and hypotenuse is 25. So then sine A equals to, when I divide 24 by 25, I'm getting 0.96. So we find this 0.96 in option D. So the correct answer choice for this question is option D.